Some people disappear without a trace. No witnesses, no evidence, no answers. But the 6 people in these files left something behind. On July 29th, 2008, a woman named Susan Powell picked up a camera, not to record a memory, not to capture a moment. On the advice of her attorney, she was documenting her assets, her furniture, her jewelry, her belongings, just in case something happened to her.
This is me, July 29th, 2008. It is 12:33 Mountain Time. Covering all my bases, making sure that if something happens to me or my family or all of us, that our assets are documented. Hope everything works out and we're all happy and live happily ever after as much as that's possible.
As much as possible. That's not the language of a happy woman. That is the language of someone who knows her time is running out.
This is all stuff bought in a year or less through Home Depot on my credit. Josh bought a lot of stuff and then he had to bankrupt it. And then he bought a little bit more on my credit. There's a nice lamp. These are things to roll wood with. And I had necklaces too. I don't know where those are. I just got in a rage, as you can see, and broke this. There's duds and pearls and opals in there. Broke this and threw all my DVDs and made a mess because he was angry at me. This was about a year or 2 back.
Susan's marriage to Josh Powell had been deteriorating for years. In the video, she documents broken belongings, damage caused by her husband during rage episodes. She had consulted a divorce attorney. She had written a handwritten will. And inside her safe deposit box at the bank where she worked, investigators found a note in her own handwriting. On December 6th, 2009, Susan went to church with her 2 boys. That night, her husband Josh took the children on a camping trip in blizzard conditions at midnight. When he came back the next morning, Susan was gone. Josh said she had been sleeping when he left, that he had no idea what could have happened to her. Susan's body was never found. But in February 2012, more than 2 years after her disappearance, Josh Powell locked a social worker out of his house during a supervised visit with his 2 sons. He set the house on fire with gasoline. He killed both his children and himself. As close to a confession as a dead man can give. The video Susan recorded that July afternoon is the last known footage of her alive. She looked into that camera knowing something was coming. She just didn't know when. Some people see their fate approaching. Others hear it. In our next file, it was recorded in real time by the victim herself. August 2012. Amber Tuccaro was a 20-year-old woman from Fort McMurray, Alberta. She had flown to Edmonton with her 1-year-old son and a friend for a short vacation. That night, she decided to hitchhike into the city alone. She never made it. While she was in the car with an unidentified man, Amber received a phone call. The conversation was recorded. What you are about to hear are the last known words Amber Tuccaro ever spoke.
Where are we by?
We're just heading south of Beaumont, or north of Beaumont.
We're heading north of Beaumont. Yo, where are we going? No, this is a... Are you f***ing kidding me? You better not take me anywhere I don't want to go. I want to go into the city. Jeez. Yo, we're not going into the city, are we?
We're going.
No, we're not.
Yes.
Then where are these roads going? I to?
50th Street.
50th Street. Are you sure?
Absolutely.
No, where are we going?
50th Street.
50th Street.
50th Street.
East, right? Over town.
Problem.
Absolutely. Said without hesitation, by a man who knew exactly where he was taking her. And it was not the city. 4 days after that call was recorded, Amber's remains were found on a rural property by horseback riders. The Canadian police had already taken her off the missing persons list, based on unconfirmed anonymous sightings. Her belongings had been accidentally destroyed. Evidence gone. Case mishandled from the very beginning. Multiple women have come forward over the years, pointing to the same man as the voice in that recording. The authorities say they have looked into him. He has never been declared a person of interest. The recording exists. The voice exists. And the man behind that voice has never been charged with anything. Some disappearances are the result of a broken mind. Our next file might be exactly that, or it might be something far darker. September 26th, 2014, 9 p.m. A woman named Kayelyn Louder called 911. She reported a fight in her condo's clubhouse. Possible gunshots. When officers arrived, they found a wedding reception. Happy guests. No fight. No gunshots. The officers left. A few hours later, she called again, and hung up before anyone answered. When police called back, she sounded confused, paranoid. Her roommate thought she was being delusional. The next morning at 8 a.m., Kayelyn made her third call. This one was recorded in full.
When I was in the shooter house,
Repeat the address for verification.
they're stealing from my house.
Okay, say your address one more time. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Get them out of my house.
Okay, do you know who this person is?
No, I don't. I just know that there's an intruder in my house.
You don't know who they are.
No, I don't.
Were weapons involved or mentioned?
They're not talking or responding. I'm just telling them to leave, but I can hear them taking things.
So you haven't seen them, you can just hear them?
Yes, correct.
Okay, where exactly are you?
I'm in the back bedroom. Karen,
Where did
lock
the
your door.
suspect enter the building?
There's only one door. Get out of my house.
Is there anyone else in the building who belongs there?
Yes, there's 6 apartments.
Okay, is there anybody else in your apartment that should be there?
I believe she is here. I have a roommate. Hey! Karen, lock the door! There's something going on there. Come here. Yeah. They might have left.
Okay, what's going on now? They've left now?
Yeah, so I'm just going to look and see if anything's been taken. Someone opened the door, and I heard them come in. Don't do that, Carol. The door's still locked. It's not possible. They must have a key or something. Because when I took the dog out, I heard people talking. And there was people last night, sitting outside the window. And so they, were scoping us out or something. Why is the door still locked? Well, I can't explain that, but I heard, 2 people talking.
Her roommate Carol was in the apartment the entire time. The door had been locked all morning. There was no intruder. The officers came, found nothing, and left, again. That evening at 6 p.m., security cameras captured Kayelyn outside, barefoot, in the rain, walking toward the creek near the entrance. Watch the footage carefully. A few seconds later, she turns and runs back toward her apartment, as if something behind her had just moved. That was the last time Kayelyn Louder was ever seen alive. She left without her phone, without her wallet, without her shoes. She left her dog Phyllis alone. A dog she had never left alone for more than an hour in her entire life. 2.5 months later, her body was found in a drainage pipe miles from her home. Cause of death, undetermined. Was someone stalking her and nobody believed her? Or did her mind simply break? We will never know. But our next case gives us something Kayelyn's never did. A recording from the exact moment everything went wrong. August 8th, 2013. After midnight, Brandon Lawson left his home in San Angelo, Texas, following an argument with his girlfriend. 30 minutes later, his truck ran out of gas on a stretch of highway in the middle of nowhere. He called his brother Kyle for help, and then, a few minutes later, he called 911. This is that call. Listen to every word.
911 emergency.
Yes, I'm in the middle of the field. It's safe. We're just pushing some guys over. Right here going towards Javelin on both sides. My truck ran out of gas. There's one car here. Got chased to the woods. Please hurry.
Okay, now run that by me.
We're not talking to him. I actually ran into him.
Ah, you ran into him. Okay.
Got the first guy.
Do you need an ambulance?
Yeah, no, I need the cops.
Okay. Is anybody hurt? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Analysts have spent years decoding that recording. Some claim they can hear gunshots in the background. Others hear multiple voices. What everyone agrees on is that Brandon was terrified, and that whatever he saw in that field was real enough to make him run. 8 minutes after the 911 call, another driver reported Brandon's truck parked dangerously on the highway. When his brother Kyle arrived at 1:10 a.m., Brandon was gone. But his phone wasn't dead yet. From somewhere in the darkness, Brandon called Kyle. He said he could see him and the officer at the truck. He said he was bleeding. He begged them to hurry. Kyle looked everywhere. The officer looked everywhere. Brandon was nowhere. Helicopters, thermal cameras, search dogs, nothing. In February 2022, almost 9 years later, human remains were found near the location of his truck. DNA results still not officially confirmed. Brandon's 911 call has been analyzed thousands of times. Nobody knows what he saw in that field. Nobody knows what found him before his brother did. At least Brandon had a chance to call for help. Our next case, the man never said a word. He just looked into the camera, and that look has never been explained. September 12th, 1987. Dale Kerstetter reported for his night shift as a security guard at the Corning Glass Works plant in Bradford, Pennsylvania. By 7 a.m. the next morning, he was gone. His lunchbox was still in the cafeteria. His truck was still in the parking lot. His keys still inside. His gun holster empty. When the plant manager reviewed the security footage from that night, what he found changed everything. A masked man, moving through the building with surgical precision, heading directly to the second floor, to the most valuable materials in the entire plant. He knew exactly where to go. He knew exactly what to take. He had been inside this building before. Then Dale appears on camera. The masked man grabs him by the arm, and as he is being dragged out of the room, Dale does something that has haunted this case for nearly 40 years. he looks directly into the security camera. Was that a silent cry for help? A plea to whoever might be watching the footage later? Or was it something else entirely? Because here's where the case fractures in two. Dale's family insists he was an innocent man. Wrong place, wrong time. A good man who saw something he wasn't supposed to see. But his co-workers tell a completely different story. Whoever stole those platinum pipes knew the exact layout of the plant, knew which tools were needed, knew how to move through the building without triggering a single alarm. And Dale was $40,000 in debt, recently demoted, furious at his employers. That night, $250,000 worth of platinum was stolen. Dale Kerstetter was never seen or heard from again. The masked man was never identified. And that look into the camera still has no answer. Victim or accomplice, we will never know. Every case in this file has left us with questions, but our last case ends with a warning, posted online the night before he vanished, by a stranger who seemed to know exactly what was waiting for him. Kenny Veach was a YouTuber. He recorded his hikes through the Nevada desert and uploaded them for a small community of viewers who followed his adventures. He was exactly like thousands of other creators, until he left a comment on a video describing something that had happened to him near Nellis Air Force Base. He had found a cave, shaped like a perfect letter M, and as he approached the entrance, his entire body began to vibrate. The closer he got, the worse it became, until he turned around and ran.
Well, here I am on my hike up here in the mountains north of Las Vegas. This is a canyon I just walked up in. Now you can't tell, but my truck is way out there by the mountains at the very, very end of this valley. There's some interesting stuff coming up here. Look, see those? Look at that. Kind of right there. That's kind of cool. All right, I'm gonna turn it off and then I'll turn it back on here. Look at that, that's pretty cool right there. Huh. All right, off with the camera.
The internet demanded he go back and find it. So he did. He uploaded a video of his second attempt. He didn't find the cave. The comments turned brutal. Fraud, liar, attention seeker. They pushed him to try a third time. But buried in the comments, one response stood out from all the rest. A user named Kayelyn wrote, Kenny ignored it. On November 10th, 2014, Kenny told his family he was going on an overnight hiking trip. He set off alone into the Mojave Desert, one of the hottest, driest, most unforgiving places on Earth. That was the last time anyone ever saw him. 12 days later, search and rescue volunteers found his phone at the top of the same mine shaft he had pointed out in his video. His camera was never found. His body was never found. His girlfriend later posted a comment explaining that Kenny had been battling depression for years, that she believed he had taken his own life, that he had left his phone behind deliberately so he could not be tracked. But the cave, the vibrations, the warning from a stranger who seemed to know exactly what was in there, the restricted area sign that appeared near a matching cave entrance just months after his disappearance. None of it has ever been explained. Kenny Veach went looking for something the internet told him to find. And whatever was waiting for him out there kept him. Which of these 6 cases do you think was never properly investigated? Tell us in the comments. And if these files disturbed you, wait until you see what people found underground. Open the next file.